send you?
I'm not the Tooth Fairy. Just tell me what you need, so I can get out of here.
There's a group of raiders that won't leave us alone. Stealing our food and supplies, threatening us if we can't give them what they want. We know where they're coming from, but we can't stand up to them ourselves.
What's going on, guys? My name's Gangsters Pay, but I'm sure you already know that. And today I'm bringing you another fantastic video. Today's video is going to be about something like a little bit, serious as some people may think, but it's not something that I think is very serious now. I'm going to be talking about how I got diagnosed with diabetes. So one day I was it was actually over a span of a few weeks, maybe two, and I had just been noticing that I've been really thirsty and that I was peeing a lot. Now, I know that's really weird, but it was to the point where it was like, honestly, literally like 30 times a night. And I was with my friend, and he was like, dude, this is ridiculous. Like, you need to go see a doctor. So the following day, I kind of like begged my dad to go in because he thought it was kind of like not very serious, I mean, peeing, really. So we went to the urgent care, which was quite a hoot. I had to skip work for that day to go to the urgent care, and I went in there, and they were like, all right, well, we're going to take your blood sugar because we're, that's what it seems like it's pointing towards right now. It could be a blood sugar problem. So I went in there, and they said that my blood sugar was above 500, which is ridiculous. A normal person's is between 70 to 100. So, I mean, that's ridiculous amount, 5 times the normal amount. So they were like, you know what, we really can't do anything about this. You need to see, like, actual medical attention. You need to go to the hospital. So I did. We went straight home and went straight to the hospital because they told us, you this can't wait. You have to go straight in. So I went straight to the hospital, and I was waiting there for hours and hours, and they gave me insulin right into my arm, and then they gave me some saline. I don't know what that was for, but it gave me a little bit of a metallic taste in my mouth. It was really weird, and I was in there for a really long time, but I got to watch TV, so I mean, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't to the point where I was bored out of my mind, and eventually I did get bored out of my mind because they said that they were going to keep me overnight, which was fine. Overnight, I was all right with that. But they ended up keeping me for about 5 days, and when they finally released me, I knew how to use insulin and everything. They said that it was pointing towards type 1, but I was really hoping it was type 2 so that I didn't have to have it for the rest of my life. But unfortunately, it was type 1, and it was weird because we don't know of anybody in my family that has diabetes at all. And we thought it was really weird because type 1 is hereditary. So somebody somewhere in my family had to have had diabetes, and I didn't really know that, which kind of sucks because then my son or daughter or any of my kids actually have the possibility of getting type 1 diabetes, and it's kind of I guess it'd be like kind of a high chance considering that I'm a direct holder of it, So when I got out of the hospital, they gave me all my insulin, and then I had to go to the pharmacy to get more insulin because I didn't have enough. I had run out of the stuff that the hospital would give me, and it was a big old thing. It was a big old fiasco. It went on for like 2 or 3 days. They just the insurance would not pay for it again because I had to wait for it to come in the mail, but there was no way that I could go on for that long without it because I mean, I probably would have survived, but it's ridiculous because they say that it's going to come in 7 days, but I needed it that day. So I don't understand why they couldn't have just done that so that I would have a good bill of health. But, whatever is going on in their heads is going on in their heads. It's not really something that I could have controlled. But anyway, it was a huge transition because I had to go to school with insulin. I had to go into this office every time before lunch so that I could check my sugar levels and take the insulin that I needed for the food. And it kind of sucked because I missed my lunch because I was trying to figure out how many carbohydrates was in the food that we had. So I had to get a whole separate menu. I had to go and get papers of everything that was on the menu, and it was quite a hassle. But I mean, I've learned to live with it. It's something that I have to take care of every day. I see an endocrinologist because of it, and it was just kind of a shock. I remember when I was at the hospital, I was walking down the hall, and she was like, "How long have you known that you had diabetes?" And I was like, "I didn't know." And she was like, "Oh, well," that was kind of where it set in. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and leave a like if you did, subscribe, and you know, I really appreciate comments on my videos. If you leave a comment, I will most definitely reply as long as it's within reason. Thank you guys so very much. I love you guys. Peace out. Keep it gangster.
I took care of those raiders for you.
Really? Well, that's the best news I've heard in a long time. By the way, we talked about it. We decided to support the Minutemen. I think it's worth giving another chance. The only way things will get better is if we stand together.